claws into her heart. Ajahn rakes her right arm with broken nail fingers, grunts at the naked, gauzy outline of cold shadows in an afternoon made of fear. A pungent clutch of ghosts shimmer, gripping unanswered questions like a threat. From inside comes the hollow sound of a baby crying, lamb-like. She doubles over, a small explosion somewhere. It has begun. I'm going to die, she thinks. In sadness, the baby's cry stops. Shuffling footsteps, no flowers, no cortege. A brother leaving a sour morgue where other corpses wait for their living to take them away. Orange daylight. A prepubescent girl with a tank top, belly ring, and red sneakers hurries off somewhere with her nakumat, white plastic bags. Ajahn faces the hurrying one. Run, run, she thinks. She cannot move. Not without Odidi. Nipir says, let's go. Ajahn and her father approach the hearse, slip in and take their seats. A new pulsating ghost between them. Like all the others, it is molded out of hard, deep, and buried silences. Massive clouds rush in from the eastern coast. Ambushed by a warm wind in Nairobi, they scatter, a routed guerrilla force. At Wilson Airport, a Miraa-carrying Cessna caravan weaves its way out of the apron. The last small plane out of Nairobi without top-level permission for the next 7 days. Above the airport din, egrets circle and ibises cry, nga, nga, nga. A father, daughter, and son are going home. Clouds like purple dots against a blue sky. The dusk is Odidi's time. An image, Ajahn and Odidi sitting on a rock to spy the sun's decline. She leaning over Odidi's shoulder, pretending she could see the world as he did. On board the Cessna, Ajahn says, Baba. Nipir turns. Twisted fingers rub wetness from his face. Even now he rearranges new silences. She had once believed he was omnipotent, like God. He had, after all, summoned a black leopard to hunt down the inhabitants of night dreams who had tried to throttle her. And now, stop it, a screamed out thought. She cannot give it sound, not without Odidi. Beneath the plain coffee and pineapple plantations, greenhouses and flower farms, all Donyo Keri, a sentinel that looms like a revelation. Ajahn shivers. Folds of Nipir's skin gather on his forehead, the shape of a worry tree. Cold? She shakes her head. The light of the sky bounces on her thin face, all bones and angles. Nipir notices bloodstains on Ajahn's sleeves. The edges of her orange skirt are also soiled. Mud and blood. She is tinier than he remembers. His daughter had always been such a small, stuttering thing. All big hair and eyes, more shadow than person. Her head tilted as if she was listening for answers to an old question. Nipir frowns. The years have sloughed off her chubbiness, increased her wariness. From the gloom of his soul, a hoarse voice. Mama, Nipir says, she would have come to see you. Ajahn hears her father's lie, draws it into the fog that is swirling inside. She sketches invisible circles on the window, glares at the mountain beyond it, waits for the saltiness and the ball in the back of her throat to ease. The mountain, Nipir shouts to the pilot. We must see the mountain. The pilot glances back and frowns. My son, he likes... Nipir's voice cracks, his face crumples. It's a strange thing, seeking reassurance from the presence of a mountain. The pilot scans the horizon and swings the plane right to circumnavigate Mount Kenya. Batian, Lenana, Macolda, he intones. The late afternoon sun has colored the sparse snow crimson. Ajahn squashes her face against the window pane. They turn northward. They are going home. Half an hour later, flamingos on oyster shell-colored water next to milk blue Anam Kaalakol, Lake Turkana. And there, Lake Logipi, says the pilot. They know this is their territory. Teleki's volcano, a brown bowl, a labyrinth of landforms, the turns of which they know. They pass over Loyangalani towards Mount Kulal, shift northeast towards Kalacha Goda. High places become low. They level over the salt flats fringing the Chalbi. Huri Mountains in the dusk light, and then below, a wide and kempt stripe carved into the land. Home, Wathogik, home. They were offsprings of these northern drylands, Odidi and Ajahn, hemmed in by geography. A river, the Ewasonyiro, 4 moody winds, the secret things of parents' fears, the throbbing shadow of histories, a massive canvas of vivid rocky earth upon which anything could and did happen. They had pieced tales together from stones, counted footsteps etched into rocks, peered into crevices to recreate myths of beginning. The first Oganda was made of fire, Odidi once said. Ajahn believed him. Ajahn always believed him. The plain sweeps past old lives. Ajahn scratches memory shapes on the Cessna's window, biting hard on her lips, needing to feel Odidi's presence. That's all. The pilot swoops down. Odi, we are home, Ajahn mouths. First landing aborted, they veer upward. Ajahn scrunches her eyes, shut, grits her teeth, and prays they will stay suspended in space and lost to time. Second descent. The plane evens out, crabs into a soft landing. Dust twirls on their tails. Wothogik. Pilot, Nyepir, and Ajahn lift Odidi out of the plane. They walk in time to Nyepir's march, 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 left turn, march, march, halt, zigzagging across rock and sand. This coffin edge digs into Ajahn's right shoulder. Halt. Thank you.